300K or more and earn up to 35% ROI. 10M plus, get that full 35%. Not a shareholder yet? No problem. Invest 300K or more and get a solid 20% ROI in 3 months.
Plus a 3% referral bonus for shareholders. It's partnership.
Yeah.
It's family.
Invest now. Own a piece of the future.
Listen, this isn't just about real estate. This is Swift Homes, building wealth. Don't just watch others build wealth. Be part of this future. Invest in SWIFTtrip now.
We bound right to the top. Right to the top!
Welcome to the SWIFTtrip studio, where vision meets opportunity. Today, we're unveiling something massive. $2 billion in fundraising to bring Swift Homes to life. Shareholders, invest 300K or more and earn up to 35% ROI. 10M plus, get that full 35%. Not a shareholder yet? No problem. Invest 300K or more and get a solid 20% ROI in 3 months.
Plus a 3% referral bonus for shareholders. It's partnership.
Yeah.
It's family.
Invest now. Own a piece of the future.
Listen, this isn't just about real estate. This is Swift Homes, building wealth. Don't just watch others build wealth. Be part of this future. Invest in SWIFTtrip now.
We bound right to the top. Right to the top!
YouTube and Facebook as well. All right, so we've introduced the presence of the Holy Spirit. As always, because we cannot take the Holy Spirit, we cannot take the person of the Holy Spirit from our midst. He has been the one guiding us. He has been the one leading us through. So we say, thank you, Holy Spirit, for how thus far you've brought us. All right, so I will introduce myself. And I am Favor Rinam Ayo, the international admin of SWIFTtrip, and also the personal assistant to the CEO, Honorable Richard Nadi. Okay, and this morning I will be your presenter. I'll be taking us on the journey of what SWIFTtrip entails, on how you can get a better understanding of this business, what is in it for you, how you profit, how our non-shareholders, who are just customers, how they're going to profit from this business, where we are as well. Okay, so it's an opportunity that is right before you this morning. If today is your first time of listening to us, of connecting with us today. Okay, so this is one thing that makes we, the shareholders, we, the ambassadors of this business, to be excited every time we sit to talk about this business. You must have heard some of us said, it does not matter what they are doing. So long it's to talk about SWIFTtrip, they are ready. You should know that that is not ordinary. There is something that is burning inside of these shareholders. There's something that is burning inside of us. You know, once you know that your tomorrow is secured with something you have at hand, with something you've identified with, you will begin to operate in another realm. We, the shareholders, we, the ambassadors of SWIFTtrip, we have secured, we've been able to secure our future with SWIFTtrip. Now, this SWIFTtrip we are talking about is a prayer answer. You know, some of us are praying. Some of us have been praying, Father, bless me. Father, open doors for me. Father, give me opportunity. All of those things you're asking for, it's SWIFTtrip. And I will tell you how. Because this is a business that if you identify with, it is changing your life. It is changing not just your life, but the life of your family members, the life of your lineage, the life of everyone close to you. That is what SWIFTtrip is doing. SWIFTtrip is coming to eradicate, it's coming to clear out poverty from the world at large. Not the nation, from what? The world at large. That simply tells you that what we are doing is not limited. It's a global business that will operate globally. Right? Now, any person that can see my screen right now, you will see already, or you'll be able to decipher what this business is. Looking at the screen, you have the aircraft, we have the luggages, we have the saloon vehicle. This alone tells you that this business we are doing, or this business we are about to talk, this business we are about to orient people has to do with what? Transportation. Has to do with transportation. Has to do with what? Rendering service. That is the beauty of what we are building here. We are calling you to come be among the trillionaires, among the what? The decillionaires. Sometimes these our words, this trillionaire and decillionaire, pisses people off. And by the time they hear it, they'll say, I beg, they're not interested. Sama, before you take that decision of not being interested, listen to all that we have to say. We shouldn't be in a haste to exit the meeting. Listen. And if it does not resonate with you, or if it is not capable of making you that which we said is going to make you, then you can exit the meeting. I tell you again that what we are building is the next level of innovation that's going to make you and I decillionaire in dollars. That when they are calling on first 2 million trillionaires in dollars, you will see that shareholders of SWIFTtrip will make that benchmark. They will make that list. And how is that? Let us move to the presentation of the day. And let's look at the next slide. Like I said, these are the areas we'll be covering. We'll be looking at what this SWIFTtrip is all about in details. We will be looking at where we are at this point. Then we will be looking at how our customers who are just patronizing the company, how they are going to benefit from the patronage. And lastly, we'll be looking at how you as a shareholder, how you as a subscriber to this vision is going to benefit, how you are going to become a trillionaire, how you're going to become a decillionaire in dollars. Let us move. So the very first one is asking us, what is SWIFTtrip? Now, SWIFTtrip is a ground floor breaking opportunity to every person, both young and old. SWIFTtrip is that business that is going to leave you excited with the opportunity embedded in it. It's going to leave you excited with the opportunity it has to offer to both the young, to both the old, to both every person that identify with it. It is the new level of innovation. A platform, a business that is built on what? The latest version of the internet that is modifying all of its services. A business built on the latest version, the latest era of the internet that is decentralized, that gives users that, like you and I, the privilege to own, to access, to control this app at our own convenience. It simply puts you in an area whereby you are in charge. That for any transaction to take place, you will be the one to what? Activate it. You will be the one to permit it. That is what we are building. A platform that is user-friendly. And what are we building in this platform? A transportation business. Is it just transportation business? No. We are also building a service, a commerce service providing what? Platform in this business. It's a robust platform. It's a robust platform for what? Robust and unique services. Sama, we tell you that SWIFTtrip, if you've done any business in the past, any online business, you've never done something like SWIFTtrip. Because SWIFTtrip is here to redefine how transactions are being made. SWIFTtrip is here to redefine how people travel and connect. Not just that, it is also here to redefine, to lecture, to teach company owners, CEOs, how to relate with their customers. how to relate with their customers. That is what SWIFTtrip is coming here to do. That is why I said you've never done a business like SWIFTtrip before. Some persons will tell you that anything that has to do with online business, I'm not interested. Sir, ma, did you really do online business? If you ask them why, they will tell you because they are all scam. Ma, you've not done online business. What you did was what Ponzi scheme. What you and I have been burning our hands on since before now is what Ponzi scheme. Those are quick rich scheme that they will promise you, sir, bring your money in 2 days, in 24 hours, in 3 days, in 1 week. You are getting double of what you're coming in with. That is not what we are doing. We are doing a real business here. That if a passenger or if a customer does not meet a seller, if a customer does not meet a company, you and I will not earn anything. It's just like you having your physical shop. If nobody patronizes you, will you make profit? No. If people patronize you, will you make profit? Definitely. What we are doing is what? Real business. Even this loan program that is ongoing, you can see that we are not promising you what we cannot give to you. Some persons will ask, is it something that as I give the company loan, I will be getting my money every month? It's not. We cannot the money you will be giving to the company for the loan aspect. Don't worry, I will get to that place once it's time. So you will understand. That money you're giving to the company is using it to build up something. So we cannot be telling you that you'll be getting 100% of this. We will not tell you that you will get 80-90%. We are not promising you what we cannot give to you. This is business like never before. This is business like what? Never before. The next level of innovation that is going to make you and I trillionaires in dollars. That is going to make you and I trillionaires in dollars. So it is very important. Let us quickly look at the services we are rendering as a company. What are the services? Looking at this now, what are SWIFTtrip core services? What are the services that is going to make me a trillionaire in dollars? Let us look at it. These are SWIFTtrip core services. We have the number one, aviation. When we're talking about aviation here, we are telling you that we are coming to own our own airport. We are not coming to maybe liaise with anybody or stand as an intermediary between a passenger and an aviation platform. No. You are not standing as an agent. Sorry. We are not standing what? As an agent to anybody. We are coming to own our own business. We are coming to own our own aviation business. Is it just the aviation? No. We also have what we call the e-taxi. The road transportation. SWIFTtrip is a mobility business, and this mobility business is divided in two, of which we have the air transportation. The air transportation, what? The road transportation, which we consider or which we refer to as the e-taxi. We also have another, which is commerce. E-commerce. Commerce is buying and selling. Look at it. Did we come to this life before the existence of buying and selling? Or we came to this life and we met buying and selling? Of course, it's the latter. We came to this life and we met buying and selling. That is the same way you and I will live this life. Buying and selling will still be in existence. Some of us, our forefathers, our parents, are no longer in existence. Did it stop transportation business? Did it stop buying and selling? No. That is the same way you and I will live this life. Transportation business, buying and selling, will still be in what? Existence. Do not miss out on this opportunity. Is that all the services you are rendering? No. We also have the other, which we call the logistics. We have the hospitality. Now let us bring all of these services and show them to you, so that you can understand better as we show them to you. When we're talking about aviation, you can say examples of companies that are doing the aviation business. Airpeace, Eric, ValueJet. These are examples of what? Aviation business. These are examples of aviation platforms. Then when we talk about the e-taxi, we know Uber, we know Bolt. These are popular e-taxi platforms. We know Enviable Transport, we know InDrive. All of these are examples of e-taxi platforms. So you are simply coming to co-own all of these services. Sir, ma, we are not telling you that if you make your payments, if you purchase your shares in SWIFTtrip, you are just coming to own one. No, you're owning everything. These 5 services and every other services that will be embedded in this business as we proceed. So you're coming to own all of this. That is the power of collaboration. If they are to leave you alone, sir, will you be able, sir or ma, will you be able to build or own an aviation business? Let us come together and build this. If we talk about the e-commerce, we have companies that are already doing the e-commerce business. Examples, Jumia. Examples, Alibaba. Example, Amazon, GG. All of these are examples of e-commerce platform where you can buy and sell whatever you want. Apart from human head, you can buy everything legally. You can buy everything legally in the e-commerce platform. So you can see that it is not new. What we are showing to you is not new. It's something that we have companies. We have people that are already what? Into it. That is why we can show you 1, 2, or 3 companies that are into what? The aviation business, the e-taxi business, the e-commerce business, and also the logistics. Because believe me, by the time you purchase something online, another issue, another problem that needs to be solved is how do you carry those things to where they need to be. That is where the logistic comes in play. That is where the word logistic comes in play. Examples of logistic platform, we have the UPS, we have the DHL. The UPS, the word, the DHL, the UPS or the DHL. Is it just that? We have FedEx. All of these are platforms you can what? Convey your product to where they need to be. So it simply tells that we are operating both locally and what? Internationally. That's what SWIFTtrip would do. Then the last one for now, which is the hospitality. The what? Hospitality. When we're talking about hospitality, we are referring to what? Hotels. Hotels. SWIFTtrip will own each hotel. Look at it. These 5 services we are showing to you. Don't you think we are solving problems that millions of travelers face daily as they embark on journey? In one app, you can book for your flight. In that same app, you can book for e-taxi after the flight, after you must have gotten to your destination. In that same app, you just swipe and you book for the e-taxi. A driver will come pick you and take you where? To your hotel. Amazing. Instead of swiping from one app to the other, in one app you get all of these. So it is coming to own its own hotel business. Of course, I don't need to tell you examples of hotel business. We have a lot of them out there. And congratulations, today we've been able to secure our own land. What, how much? 900 million. Amazing. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to me. Congratulations to every one of us, because as at 2021, we were telling you that we will do this. We will do that. We will do that. 2022, we will do this. 2023, we will do that. 2024, we will do this. Today, it's a reality that we've been able to secure our land. Not just at any location, at the what? Heart of Port Harcourt. At the heart of Port Harcourt. And what are we looking at erecting? We are looking at erecting a 20-story building. 20-story building. Amazing. 5-star hotel. CSA was browsing and there was nothing like 6, 7, 8 star. We can also be the first persons to come up with what? 6-star hotel. 7-star hotel. As the case may be, after all, we say what we can think. We can what? Become it. This 5-star, there was a time it was not there. Someone just brought up the 5-star and everybody's not making it a 5-star. So we can come with 10-star hotel. 7-star, 8-star, as the case may be. Congratulations to you and I. And there is a promo on this particular one, of which I will speak later on, where we are calling out on like minds. We are calling out on people for them to come what? Own this business. To come support this our project. This is our hospitality project. This is our hotel business. Are you an investor? Are you a non-shareholder? Are you a shareholder? Wherever you are listening to us, we are calling out on you to come support this business. For you to come support this 20-story building that is available now. Land secured. Do not joke with SWIFTtrip. Do not joke with SWIFTtrip. Because we told us that all of this will be rolled out in phases. It will be rolled out in phases. Now we are building the hospitality business, which is a hotel. By the time we build in different parts of the world, then the next phase comes up. The next phase comes up. The next phase comes. Then before you know, everything, SWIFTtrip is there. All the services are out there. These are the 5 amazing services that is capable of what? Making you a decillionaire in dollars. Sama, do you know that only this hospitality business, if you have the opportunity to be an owner of a 10-story building like this is a 10-story building that you're seeing on my screen. You are what? A millionaire, if not a billionaire. You are close to what? A billionaire. Owning just this. Do not joke with this business. But in SWIFTtrip, we are telling you what? To come on all of these services. Come on all of these amazing services. Don't joke with SWIFTtrip. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. Because if you do, you will not forgive yourself. That is it. You will not forgive. At this next slide, that is asking us a question. Has SWIFTtrip gone live? Have we launched the business? Let us look at that. SWIFTtrip is currently at its development phase, at its vision phase, at its exciting phase. Calling out for who? Like minds. Calling out for people that can what? Help develop this business. People that will be in the same wavelength as we. People that are what? In the same wavelength as SWIFTtrip. It is for everybody, and at the same time, it's not for everybody. If you're in the same wavelength with us, then it is for you. If you're not, it is not for you, sir. And once it gets to 250, it will stay for some time. Remember, project is ongoing, and people are seeing it. Wow. I want to be part of this business. There's a point it will get to, it will increase again. So if you are seated waiting, saying, oh, I'm observing these people. Let me see if it, sir, ma, it's gradually leaving you behind. It's gradually what's leaving you behind. Okay. So today now you can still capitalize on the promo price, which is $230. And now let us work with this $250 since it's we are already working with the $250 slide. So let us proceed. Now from this $250, I want to speak for the project. Why $100 is what is used for advertisement. Together. Okay, you're paying everything. Now, by the time you made your payment of $250 or $230 that is selling for today, go to the website, you always see it. The company gives you in return what we call your ownership percentage, your global profit share, which is 0.0 in 5 places 125%. From every transaction that will happen, you will simply earn from what? Your percentage, according to your percentage. From every transaction, from the aviation, the e-taxi, the e-commerce, the logistics, and the hospitality, you will simply earn from every petrol according to your ownership percentage. Now, the next question is, when will SWIFTtrip go live? Since we've not launched the business, when are we looking at launching this business? Now, we said SWIFTtrip, as a company, has 5% share volume available for the shareholders. Please take note of this. The company has 5% share volume available for each shareholders. Now, business will launch at the sales of 3% of this share volume. This 5% that is available, the business will launch at the sales of 3% of this 5%. It simply means once we launch at the sales of 3%, we have 2% left to make it to the total of 5% that the company is giving to you and I. Right? Simple. Now, the question is, how many units, since we are launching at the sales of 3%, how many units are there in this 3%? It is 2,400,000 node unit. 2,400,000 what? Node unit. And how did we get that? Let us show that to you. Remember, the minimum sale is what? 3% before we launch business, right? Now, what is your ownership percentage as a shareholder who bought shares in SWIFTtrip? It's constant, 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. That is your ownership percentage. Now you simply do 3 divided by 0.0 in 5 places, 125. If you do that simple math, what is it going to give you? 2,400,000 node units. It simply tells us that in 3, we have 0.0 in 5 places, 125. We have that figure in 2,400,000 places. If we are to bring 0.0 in 5 places, 125% and put it in 2,400,000 places and add it all together, it's going to give us what? 3. That's what it simply means. Amazing. Now let's look at the next slide. It says, initial business launch before we scale global is where? In Nigeria and in the United Kingdom. In Nigeria and in the United Kingdom. This will be the very first 2 countries of launch. Remember, I say SWIFTtrip is a global business. This will be the first 2 countries of launch before we start launching business in other parts of the world. Other parts of the world. And our certificate, we are registered already. Our certificate, we have the CSC, we have the EFCC certificate, we have the United Kingdom certificate. Once upon a time, they are saying we don't have what it takes to register in United Kingdom. Out of ignorance. Someone is saying that SWIFTtrip does not have what it takes to register in what? The United Kingdom. What does it take? We've been able to prove to you, to every doubters, that we have more than what it takes to register this business what? In the United Kingdom and any part of the world. Any part of the world. Tell me, is there a country that is out there saying no? We don't want development in our country. Take it out. We don't need it. Then someone sits and say there's no country that we don't have what it takes to register this business in the United Kingdom. Look at the dates there. 30th July 2024. Registered where? In England and in Wales. Soon as this phase will be over and everything will begin to come what smoothly. Let us feel this pain now. Let us do what? Feel pain now, so that we can play what? In the future. So that we can play in the future. Like I said, don't miss you, because if you do, you will never forgive yourself, and you will never what? Forget it. You will never forget the name SWIFTtrip. Now, I want to quickly look at that one thing, that two things, that three things, that plenty thing, or whatever that makes SWIFTtrip stand out from what other. Because if we look at the services we are talking about, these are services that are already in existence. These are services that we have companies rendering. We have companies that are what? Rendering all of these services. So what is that thing that is going to make us stand out from others? We are coming to introduce what we call what? The PYC. What does it stand for? Pay your customer. SWIFTtrip is the first company globally to introduce what? The first company in the world to introduce the PYC. Go do your findings. What you know before now is KYC. Know your customers. SWIFTtrip is saying that is not enough. That is not what? Enough to know your customers. Put your customers on what? Payroll. That anytime they patronize the company, they earn from that what? Patronage. Yes, anytime they patronize the company, they earn from what? That patronage. Amazing. Now, I want to look at how this PYC is going to play out. How will this PYC what? Play out. We want to assume a transaction happened in Nigeria, and this transaction costs 10,000 naira, which the company sees as what? 100%. Now, how will the company pay the customer? How will the company pay the shareholder? How will the company pay the driver? That's what I want to look at right now. Okay? So, like I said, whatever amount the person pays, they consider what? 100%. Now, this person paid 10,000 naira, which is 100%. How is it going to be distributed? How will the company pay the customer? First of all, look at it. The green arrow shows you the 100% of whatever amount this passenger pay. And in SWIFTtrip, we call our passengers what? Profit generators. Now, this profit generation gets 2% cash back. That is what the PYC we are talking about. 2% goes back to this passenger who booked the ride. This 2% that goes to the passenger is not bonus for next ride. It's money that he or she can withdraw and buy whatever he or she wants to buy. Yes. That's 2%. Now let's move ahead. 10% goes to what? The company. You can see the building in this box. 10% goes to the company. Who is what? The platform provider. The company is what? The platform provider. 10% goes to the company for what? Global expansion. For the launch of business in other parts of the world. Because we won't be calling shareholders to please bring us money, bring money for us to launch business in so and so country. No, 10% will take care of that. Then 5% will go to what? The shareholders, which is you and I. You and I. 10% plus 5% is what? 15% plus 2%, that's 17%. Now, the driver gets 80%. This driver is getting the bigger share of this percentage because he's the one doing it. He's doing it via his what? Effort. For him to earn this, he needs to be the one to perform this transaction. He needs to be the one to render this service rather. And he also has to fuel his car. He has to maintain his car. He has to do everything. While you're sleeping is on the road, working, and you're what? Sleeping and earning. So 80% plus 17%, that is 97%. Now, in SWIFTtrip, we have what we call customers, passengers referral and customers driver referral, which enables them to earn what? Up to their 4th generation. Now, the passenger who books that ride, The first generation of the passenger who booked that ride gets 1%. The second generation gets 0.3%. The third generation gets 0.1%. And the fourth generation gets 0.1%. Add it, it's a total of 1.5%. The same thing applies to the customer's driver referral. First generation 1%, second generation 0.3%, third and fourth generation 0.1% respectively. Add it is a total of 1.5%. Now 1.5 from the customer's passengers referral plus 1.5 from the customer's driver referral is a total of 1%, 3%. 3% plus 97%, that is 100%. So you can see how this 100% has been distributed to everyone. Okay, so that is for the e-taxi profit share. Okay, now the same thing, the same PYC applies to all of our services. This is e-taxi. The same thing applies for what? The aviation. The same thing applies for the e-commerce. The same thing applies for the logistics. The same thing applies for what? The hospitality business. All of the and all the services that will come what? In the future. Now, quickly, the next slide is asking us a unique question. Who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip? Who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip? You must have heard all of this and you say, wow, this is amazing. This is what? Unique. Who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip? Let us quickly look at the brain behind SWIFT. He is no other than our own CEO, our own brother, a Nigerian in and out, and a person of Honorable Richard Nadi. He is the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip, a young, vibrant man, a passionate man, a focused man, a man with a lionic heart, a man that doesn't joke with his words. He said he will give us this, and he's doing it. They say good name is better than what? Riches. He is an example of that. I can see. And some of us will be like, oh, what has he done? What has he done? Don't worry, soonest you will see. He's a man of integrity, transparency. And all we are praying is for God divine wisdom to continually rest upon him and his protection. All needed for this business to come to reality be bestowed upon him. You can see he's a Nigerian man from Enugu State. Congratulations to all of us that are from Enugu, both by birth or by adoption. Okay? Thank you very much, and we are happy to connect with you, or we are happy to have you as the CEO of SWIFTtrip. Thank you very much, sir. And let's look at the next slide. Are we having network issues? Okay. I think I'm still on. All right, so we want to look at this exciting part which shows us, or which says how you profit as a shareholder, as a subscriber in SWIFT, by profit as an owner of this business. Is very simple. So we're looking at how you earn in the future. Okay, now we look at the e-taxi per trip profit evaluation. What's the cost? We're looking at a scenario whereby a transaction happened in Nigeria or in the United States. And the trip that happened in the United States cost $10. We know trip will be very flexible. Trip will be very flexible. Depending on the distance covered. Now, in Nigeria, we're looking at it that a trip costs $10. So, as a shareholder in Nigeria or as a shareholder in the United States, if a trip costs $10 or 8,000 naira respectively, how much will you benefit? What will be your profit from that transaction, from that one trip? It's very simple. All you need to do is to multiply the cost of your trip by your ownership percentage, which is 0.05 places, 125%. What will it give you? It will give you 0.06 place, 125 cents, or 0.03 places, 1 kobo respectively. And someone will see this and say, I don't understand. That is very small. It's very small. You are saying it is very small because you do not understand the power of volume, of which we will be showing to you what volume can do now. That is why we say, let us look at how cent kobo can become millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. To those of us that were in the meeting earlier on, I said that what we are building is a business that's going to make us a decillionaire in dollars. This is what is going to make us a decillionaire in dollars. This is what is going to make you and I what? A trillionaire, a decillionaire in what? Dollars, cent, and kobo. And how is that? Let us look at where we could be in 5 years' time. Where we could be in 5 years after the launch of business. After the launch of this business. Business has operated in 5 years after the launch. What would our profit have amounted to? How much would we have made from this business? It's very simple. That's what we want to calculate. And we are looking at a worst case scenario of performing 50 trillion trips in the space of 5 years. We need to work with worst case scenario. Business did not go as planned. We are looking at what? Performing 50 trillion trip in 5 years for what? A worst case scenario. And then we are saying that all of this 50 trillion trip all of this accumulated 50 trillion trip that was performed globally, they cost $10 or 8,000 naira. Remember, this was the exact same figure we used. This was the exact figure we used for what? Per trip analysis. $10 and what? 8,000 that gave us 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents, and 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo. Now we are saying that all these 50 trillion trip cost the same amount. How much would you have made? Is it possible for all the trip to cost 8,000 naira? No. But let's calculate this so that we can get an accurate what? Calculation. We simply do the per trip profit in naira or the per trip profit in dollar multiplied by the number of trip made. What is it going to give us? $6.25 million or 5 billion naira. 0.0 in 6 places, 125 times 50 trillion trips. 50 and 12 zeros is going to give us $6.25 million. Or 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo multiplied by 50 trillion trips. It's going to give us 5 billion naira. This is very small compared to what awaits us in the future. Look at how your profit, your investment has yielded this massive income for you. That is the power of a system that will pay you even when you are doing nothing. When you're doing nothing, when you're sleeping, you're what? Sleeping and earning. This is just one service. This is just e-taxi that is giving all this. How much more aviation, e-taxi? How much more aviation, e-commerce, logistics, and hospitality business? You just can't comprehend what your profit would be by the time this business has kicked off. That is why we tell you, time without number, do not miss this business. Because if you do, you will regret it. Then you will begin to imagine, oh, all of these calculations we've done. You will begin to help someone calculate his money. The person who told you about it, you say, oh, this person now must have been a billionaire by now. Do not joke with SWIFTtrip. If one service can make you this wealthy, how much more the 5 services and other services that will be embedded in this business as we proceed. Now we say subscribers asset growth. That's what the next slide is saying. Subscriber asset growth evaluation in 5 years. You can see what a system can do to you. The power of system that enables you to sleep and earn. Look at how your profit, your investment has yielded for you $6,225,000,000 or 5 billion naira. Manpower or manual labor cannot take you too far. Okay, so amazing, right? It's not something you should want to miss out, because we say SWIFTtrip is going to make you what? A decillionaire in dollars. Whether you believe it or not, it is going to make you what? A decillionaire in dollars. Now, we've shown you how you earn in the future. Let us come back to the now. How are you going to earn now? How are you going to earn now that we've not launched the business? Okay? Let's look at it. Now, we said we have a corporate global challenge. We have a corporate global challenge. And what's that? The speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve our global challenge. The speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve our global challenge. So this is simply telling us that it's not a one-man business. It's not a one-man thing. It's not a two-man thing. It's a collective effort. It's something that needs our collective effort in order to achieve it. Okay, so we shouldn't slack back. We shouldn't stay behind while we are pursuing the actualization of this business. So I want to look. What's that? Okay. Sorry about that. We want to look at what is the challenge in SWIFTtrip. What is it about? I will say the challenge is 2.4 million. 2.4 million units to be sold is the challenge. Okay. 4 million to be sold. Where do we get this 2.4 million from? Where do we get this 2.4 million units from? Do I know 2.4 million people? No. If we do it collectively, then we will be able to what? Actualize this. By the time we work together as a team, we will be able to what? Actualize this. Now the question is, okay, before the question, we say as a shareholder, every time you solve a unit of this challenge, you get paid. You simply what? Get paid every time you solve a unit of this challenge. So the question is, how do you solve this challenge? How do you solve this challenge? Let's look at it. It's simple. We say become an active campaigner, sell unit of SWIFTtrip, and NB from SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund. NP from what? SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund. And how much is the pool fund we are talking about here? It's 238,867,800 naira. That is the pool fund. How did we get it? We simply did $100, which is for advert, multiplied by unsold unit of SWIFTtrip. That's how we got it. Very simple. Okay. So we say SWIFTtrip campaign pays. If you talk to someone, help someone see the light in SWIFTtrip, the company pays you for every advert you do. So long they come into the business, the company what pays you. Now we say how you earn as a campaigner from SWIFTtrip campaign sponsorship pool fund. Sell a unit of SWIFTtrip share and earn $70 or $50. Now it's $50 and it gets to $70 by the time the price gets to what? $250. So for now, the direct advert bonus is $50. Okay, that's if you tell someone directly. Now, as we speak, you get $50. But by the time it gets to $250, you get $250. You get what? $70 for every person you help directly. Why? If that person you help tells someone else, you get what? $15. Why him gets what? $70 or $50. So it simply means from your first generation you get $50 now or $70 by the time the price gets to $250. And from every of your second generation you get what? $15. Every of your third generation you get what? $10. And every of your fourth generation you get what? $5. $70 plus $15, that is $85 plus $10, that is $95 plus $5, $100. You can see how that advert fee of $100 is being splitted here. Okay, so that is that. And that's not all. We also have what we call extra campaign cash award that enables shareholders to also earn extra earning if they go ahead, if they are dogged enough, if they are very passionate about the business and talk to more persons, and they're able to talk to 50 persons directly under them, register 50 persons directly under them. The company calls them and say, Mr. A, please come and take this $50 to say thank you. We are giving you this $50 to say thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip, and you are seen as the SWIFTtrip runner. And you go ahead and you say, whoa, you love it, and you talk to more persons. You're able to talk to 51, 52, 53, 60, 70, 100, 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500 persons. The company calls you again, Mr. A. Fake this $1,000 to say this is a token to say thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip, and you are known as what? The SWIFTtrip icon. You repeat the same time, you're able to get 5,000 persons directly under you. The company appreciates you what? $10,000, and you are known as what? The face of SWIFTtrip. And you can see that if you're serious with this SWIFTtrip campaign, now that we are the vision phase, you can make a lot of money from this business. Okay, a whole lot of money from this business. So that's why we advise you, do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for any reason. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for what? Any reason. Now, how do you subscribe? It's very simple. You can make your payment of $250 by the time you start selling for $250 to the company's account. SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD FCMB, that's the company's account, 20046073889. So for today the price is $230. And how do you know what it's selling for? You simply go to the website, and of which I will be showing to us right away, which is www.seedinvest.SWIFTtripCampaign.com. Okay, so let me quickly show that to us. What it's selling for today. Let's see that. www.seedinvest.SWIFTtripCampaign.com. So I'm in the Telegram channel now. You can see this. This is the website, www.seedinvest.SWIFTtripCampaign.com. To every one of us that are in this meeting today, we are in this channel. Okay, so it's opening. Alright, so this is the website, and if it's your first time of connecting or going to the website, do well to read this disclaimer, okay, before you close it. Thank you very much. And let me zoom this. Alright, so you can see the website. This is the node bot. This is the available unit. So if you're asking how we got that, what is it called? Campaign sponsorship pool fund, we did $100 multiplied by this, okay, and mind you, it has also reduced because registration is ongoing, so you might not get that exact figure there. Okay, so that is that. And then you see what we have here, USD inflow. This USD inflow, if you want to make your payment of, look at it, you check this side, $230, and you can see this rocket showing us that this price will soon go to what? $250. Okay, so we have USD outflow, we have USD inflow. So this is the one, is the USD inflow you will use to make your payment to the company's account, of which you can also get, we say pay to SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD. You can see NGN 20046073889. Just click on this box, then it's copied, you do your transfer. Okay, sorry, you use the USD inflow for that. Okay, then you want to make your payments via, okay, how do you do this? You multiply 1,534, multiply it by $230. Whatever it gives you, that's what you pay to the company's account. Okay, now this is USDT. You want to pay via TROC20, you want to pay via BEP20, you want to pay via BTC. All you just need to do is to click either of the boxes, whichever you want to use, TROC20, BEP20, and BTC. You make your payment. Okay, then why this USD outflow is what the company used to pay you your advertisement bonus is lesser than the USD inflow. Okay, so this outflow is what the company used to pay advertisement bonus. For instance, if you're withdrawing $100, you simply multiply 1,516 times 100. Whatever it gives to you, that's what you will get. Okay, so this is the registration instruction, as you can see on the screen. Let me quickly read this. We say, please listen to this instruction here, especially if it's your first time of connecting with us. We say, to register as a SWIFTtrip shareholder, first note that you cannot register yourself in the system without the help of an existing shareholder. Thus, we do not go by sharing registration links. So simply make your payment of today, $230, directly to the company's account, which you should get what? Above, right? Then forward your proof of payment, your first name, your last name, your email, and your phone number, no nickname, to your sponsor. And the question is, who is your sponsor? The person that told you about SWIFTtrip is your sponsor. The person that introduced SWIFTtrip to you is your sponsor. Then, once you forward to that person, he or she will, on your behalf, contact the hub admin or the international admin to process your registration. If in 24 hours you have not received your login details, or proper direction on how to access your SWIFTtrip node account, proceed to contact this number 080-666-95332. For any further assistance, contact our support admin 07012985596. Let us grow SWIFTtrip together and usher in unprecedented wealth. Okay, thank you very much, and I believe that's clear enough. All right, so I want to talk about this loan, of which you can get the application form on the website www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. Okay, now the company is soliciting for investors, and not just investors, also the shareholders of SWIFTtrip. We are reaching out to both the shareholders and external investors for them to what support in this second phase of the loan program. The first phase was concluded in the month of July, of which the list is ₦1 million. That's why we still have the flyer here. That was strictly meant for what? Shareholders. This 30 to 50% ROI was meant for the shareholders. That was last month. And like I said, the company is now reaching out to both the shareholders, the external investors, for them to come support this massive 20-story building, of which we've already secured the land, and we call it what? Swift Homes Loan Program. The project is a 10.9 billion naira project, land secured. Like I said last month, the minimum was ₦1 million up to 2 billion naira. Okay, now this month, what is the minimum? As low as 300,000 naira, you can be part of the investors in SWIFTtrip. And if you are a shareholder, you are getting 25% of whatever amount you're coming in with. Remember, the list is 300,000. If you have 400,000, you have 500, 600, 1 million, 2 million, you can be part of it. And you get what? As a shareholder, you get 25% ROI in 3 months. It simply means if you make your payment today, your 3 months starts counting the day you made your payment. We are not telling you that every month you will get 25%. No. You give us the money goes, and by the time the money works for us, the company will then call you and say, Mr. A, Mrs. A, here is your capital and your 20%. There is your capital and your profit in 3 months that you've given us this your money. So take it. That is for non-shareholders. That's for shareholders. Then for non-shareholders, if you're coming with 300,000, 400,000, 500, 1 million, as the case may be, the company, you get what? 20% ROI in return in 3 months. Now come again. A shareholder gets what? 25% ROI in 3 months, while a non-shareholder gets what? 20% ROI in 3 months. Amazing. So this is a call to everyone. For everyone, for them to what? Come be part of those that will build this business. Let us build this. We are looking at starting up something in that land by next month. Let us come together and raise this fund. Come and breathe life into SWIFTtrip, into Swift Homes, rather. The hotel will call it what? Swift Home. Come and breathe life into Swift Homes. You know people that have the money, bring them. Introduce it to them. Let them come be part of it. And also, in this month of August, we are also giving another privilege to the shareholders of SWIFTtrip for them to own what? Multiple units. Before now, we used to say one person to one unit. But right now, all of this is in support of the 20-story building ongoing. We say, come and be. Or come and own what? Multiple units, of which you are getting it at a slash price of what? $150. We have what we call extra unit, and we also have family combo. The both of them going for $150 respectively. So pay Come on multiple units. The same way 1 unit will pay you, that's the same way the 10 units will pay you. The same way 1 unit will pay you, that's the same way 10 units will pay you. Network. Just a minute, I don't think I can. Can we hear me? Please let me be sure we can hear me. Media, is there network? Whoa, that's taking everybody out. Oh. Are we live on YouTube? All right, let me continue with the YouTubers as I was taken out from the Telegram meeting. Sorry for that break. And like I said, we are calling out like minds. Let us build this. Let us make this what amazing. Okay? So, you want to get your form, just click on this download button. Can you show them my screen so they can see it? Yes. Click on this download form. Then you fill the form. And here is the MOU template. Okay. Once you download the form, print it, fill it, and then scan and submit to this number on the screen. 070-1298-5596. Okay. Submit to that number via WhatsApp. And here is the if you want to know more about the loan program, just click on this video. It will guide you, and you will learn more about this loan program. Yeah, you can see the CEO addressing the shareholders of SWIFTtrip from the land purchased. Okay, so that is that, and these videos will help you on a better understanding of what SWIFTtrip is all about. Then we say we are always live 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. every day on Telegram. Then on Facebook and YouTube, we are always live 10 a.m. daily, okay? Monday till Saturday. All right, so that is that. And we say invite friends. Make sure you invite people. Make sure you call them, let them listen to what has been shown to us this morning. So that is that. And you can also go through the website and also do your findings, www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. Okay, so that is that. And then let's show us this. We say send proof of payment, like I said earlier on. Send proof of payment to the person who told you about SWIFTtrip alongside your full name, your last name, your email, and your phone number. Okay, these are the details needed, and the person will get you registered. So let's not forget that we will be live on Saturday at the head office by 12 noon, 12 to 2. Okay, so invite your friends, invite your colleague. You yourself ought to be there. And how do you do it? We have what we call ticket booking at the head office every Saturday. Gain access to your VIP ticket by booking your seat and the seat of the people you're coming in by sending their names to this number 0903-944-9537. Amazing. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for any reason. Thank you very much, and we love you. See us at 8 p.m. tonight. Make sure you don't come alone, okay? So that is that, and thank you very much.